Yo, what's up, everybody? It is good to be back. Thank you all on the last video that I did. Seeing you guys, the comments, really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, this is Beach Office 365, where I bring you the latest and greatest in crypto, DeFi. What was the other thing? Oh, yeah, passive income. That used to be my little tagline that I used to do in the videos. I just felt like bringing that back. Those that were with me from the beginning days remember when I used to say that in all my videos, but uh, we're gonna do something a little bit different in this video. I haven't figured out yet what kind of clickbaity title I'm gonna put for this thing to try and get more eyeballs on it. But I am going to talk a little bit about just crypto, Bitcoin as a whole, but also with Drip. What I actually want to do is because I love reading comments so much, can some of you fill me in on what is going on? I've been keeping my eye on Drip the past few days as we've started to go up. And like, what's going on? Why is it going up? Why are we on a little bit of a tear? I mean, we've had a lot of these little pops, and I'm sure this is going to be like all the other ones, or is it not? Because you also have to think about the entire crypto market as a whole. I mean, things are starting to heat up a little bit. Let's quickly just take a look at some charts and I'm going to show you something. All right, so here's the drip chart. I've tried to do technical analysis on this, but let's be honest, folks, it really, it's DeFi. It doesn't really work. When it does follow technical analysis, I sound like a genius, but there's been so many times I have pulled out some bullish looking patterns on here and then the thing has just tanked. So you can't put a ton of weight onto this, but what I was looking at, I've been watching this point here, to see if we were going to, this was right here was the point that I was looking at to see if we break over that, what kind of pop would we get. And because first it was trying to get over this high, and then we had a nice push, and then we just broke through there. So I think we still got some room, because the next high we got to get is right over here. Get a horizontal line going here, and then we will do one here because this may work as um, a support if it comes back down. One of the things that I was looking at was if we take a look at the volume profile visual range. Some of you guys have seen me. All right, so I like to look at volume. I mean, here's your kind of typical volume. What I like about this one, and I'll see if I can do a decent job explaining it, is it's showing not only the volume during a particular point in time, um, but you can see volume is obviously really big through here because we were doing, it's just kind of going up and down and flat and up and down. So that just means there's, a lot of buying and selling, not a ton of movement. It's built up. And then as you can see, when we broke through here, that's why we got this big candle, because look at the volume drop off, right? So when a stock or crypto or whatever, an underlying asset, when it reaches an area where there's hasn't been a ton of buying or selling and there's not a lot of positions, the volume dries up, and what that can create is bigger moves. You see how as soon as it broke this right here, we pushed, and from this chart, even though we got the high up here, there's not a lot of buying and selling that happened here. Okay, people for the most part just sold. It means that there's not a lot of resistance. If people had been buying all through here, that means when price reaches some of these areas, people may sell, right? Try and break even, get their money back. But when there's not a lot of that, that means there's very little resistance. And it means that this thing could really take off. I don't think it's going to do that, but I don't know what's going on. All right, with drip. Okay. What I do know though is that Bitcoin has been on a pretty big run here. I definitely think the low is in. We are going to continue to grind higher. Now, this is a market update from Swan. As you guys know, I buy all my Bitcoin from Swan. Swan Bitcoin is it's an exchange that only purchases and sells Bitcoin. You can't get any other crypto on there. It's Bitcoin only. It's with a bunch of Bitcoin maxis. I will leave a link down below. If you use my link, you'll get a little like 10 bucks in Bitcoin. I'll get 10 bucks in Bitcoin and everyone's happy. It's the only place I trust to buy. I hold some Bitcoin on there, but they encourage you to get your Bitcoin off their exchange and into a secure wallet. That's what I like about it. So they're not trying to hold Bitcoin for people. They have all kinds of education on using different wallets and getting your Bitcoin off. You can keep it on there, but at any rate, I have an automatic buy, so I'm getting, I think right now I'm at like I think it's like 35 or $40 a day I'm buying in Bitcoin. They take care of all of it, and I have basically an automatic buy, and then I have an automatic withdrawal. So once I reach, I think it's like, I don't know, $200 or $300 in Bitcoin, it automatically withdraws to one of my wallets. They wrote this really cool, they sent this email out. This is really cool, talking about a changed Bitcoin. So after nearly 2 years, Bitcoin has eclipsed 50,000 per coin. And here's what's great. Here's why it's different. After a tumultuous couple of years during which we saw Bitcoin's price correct more than 75%, countless headlines stating Bitcoin is dead, many high-profile bankruptcies, and several more high-profile lawsuits, Bitcoin is back above 50,000, making an impressive comeback. Think about that, guys. All that stuff that went on, the past 2 years have just been brutal, right? And so this is talking about how, regardless with everything that's happened and all the bad press, I don't know how many family members and people I know that I'm into crypto would send me all these text messages like, hey, we told you to be careful about that Bitcoin. Here's what's different this time around with Bitcoin. So here's the best part of this article. It's talking about why Bitcoin is different this time around. First reason, new retail investors are not here yet, right? So this rally has instead been driven by long-term holders who have held and even accumulated through the bear market, which is what I've done. The grown-ups are here. We now have some of the largest, most respected financial institutions educating their clients on the value proposition of Bitcoin to market their ETF products. That's crazy. When you think about all the scams and everything that's gone on, yet still a Bitcoin ETF or ETFs have been approved. The halving is in front of us, not behind us. You guys don't know what the halving is? There's tons of YouTube stuff that talk about it. But as we know, historically, Bitcoin's price rallies strongly in the months after a halving. A few headwinds become a tailwind. So Bitcoin typically performs very well when banks are lending, the Federal Reserve is easing, and the government is spending. The fundamentals never went into a bear market. Compared to 2021, the Bitcoin network and ecosystem are stronger and more robust than ever. So they believe that this 50,000 was close to the cycle high in 2021. The current environment makes it easy to believe that this time 50K marks the beginning, not the end, of an extraordinary bull run. Let's quickly just take a look. All right, so here's Bitcoin past several days. You guys can see we've broken above this 50,000 mark. It's been trading in these channels, it's been trading in this channel, right? So I do think, we see it comes up here, come down, retests it, comes down, it hits this low, which matches right here, right? And now we're up again, testing this. I mean, I do think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback, likely, it could do one of these, it comes up and, trades, I mean, that's if it continues to stay in this channel. I mean, eventually it will break this channel and it will either, come down here to the downside, or it could pop, above it. So although I am hopeful that Bitcoin tanks and goes down to, 35,000, which is kind of what I'm hoping for, we could just go higher. And what does that mean for drip? We saw what happened last time we hit a bull run. There's going to be tons of people that have not been paying attention to crypto or have just started to pay attention to crypto, and they're going to come rushing in. They're gonna want to know about Bitcoin, then they're gonna want to know about Ethereum, and then the next thing you know, it's down the, and then all the degenerates come back, and then everyone's buying drip, and we're all high-fiving each other. Well, that's the hope. Can some of you please in the comments down below let me know what's going on with drip? I know I'm the YouTuber and I'm supposed to be the one explaining it to you guys, and I apologize. But we're family. Like I love you guys. Like I learn a lot more from the comments sometimes in my videos than I do from watching other people's videos. Because a lot of you that are at, a lot of you that subscribe to my channel and watch a lot of my stuff, like you guys are in the thick of it. You guys know what's going on. So educate me on what's happening. How much higher does drip go? What do you think of this video? Do you like Bitcoin? If you do, please consider checking down the link below for Swan Bitcoin. Help support this channel. Help support Bitcoin. Anyway, I'm going to turn in for the night. Let's go drip. You guys are awesome. Sorry that I'm rambling a little bit. Had a long day, but I'll catch you guys all on the next one.